DreAllDay.com.
You're now tuned in to the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you've expected to achieve is yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, you get a huge dose of personal initiative, the go-getter energy that moves you to make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. Putting all this together, you get the mindset, the method, the podcast known as Work on Your Game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day. Welcome to the show. Today's topic: young men who filled out the Work on Your Game podcast survey. Several people have asked me if I could do an episode where I talked about making yourself more attractive to females. Mostly it was gentlemen asking this question. How can I make myself more attractive to females, or find the type of female that I want to be with, or become the type of person who the female that I like would want to be interested in? Can you talk a little bit about that, Dre? Now I am going to talk about that today. That's today's topic. Today's topic is females. Read the Work on Your Game podcast survey. Now this is, admittedly, I think we all can agree, a very nuanced topic. This is not a topic that there are just some black and white, if I just say these things or you just follow these rules and all of a sudden everything's just going to work out for you. That's not quite the way that it works. And I think any of you who've been around the world, anywhere in the world, you don't even have to go too far around, interacting with other people of the opposite sex, whatever sex you are. I think you pretty much understand that, so I don't have to go too deep into that. It depends greatly what's going to work for you, what's not going to work for you. Depends a lot on who you are and where you are in life and exactly what needs you have and exactly what you're looking for. But I'm going to do my best today to address this topic in general, how to make yourself more attractive to females. So this topic is specifically for the gentlemen out there, but ladies who are listening, I still want you to listen to this, and I need you to, you need to double check me. You need to check me on these and let me know if I get anything incorrect, if anything is just fundamentally wrong. Because I want to keep this fundamental. I want to keep a certain baseline here that I think could apply to any gentleman who wants to make himself more attractive to the female of his desire. And for the females listening to this, I want to make sure that advice that I'm giving these gentlemen would is actually constructive, useful information. So if I'm giving them something that wouldn't work for them, or you would see this or hear this and say, no, that's not what he needs to know, then you need to let me know. So we make sure we're not disseminating erroneous information out here on this podcast. So let's get right into it. Today's topic again is how to make yourself more attractive to the females of your desire. For the gentlemen, point number one: be who you truly are. This is the most important point. Now you might be throwing your hands in the air and saying, Dre, really, that's the number one point, that's the best piece of advice that you have. But it's an important piece of advice because a lot of people go through their lives not following this advice. Being truly who you are means understanding yourself at your core, understanding your true nature as a person. Don't try to become something different or present yourself as something or someone different just because you think that's going to make you more attractive to this woman or that woman, or is going to make somebody think that you're a certain type of person that you're really not, or you think you need to be this type because that's the only type that this type of female is going to like. Those things, all that's going to do is mess you up in the long run. Let's just put it that way. I'm telling you not to go out there faking. All right, and we've already talked about, and I discussed in detail in my book, Work on Your Game, we talked about the idea of fake it till you make it. This concept doesn't actually exist, because as soon as you decide to become something different, you'd be in it for real. The thing is, when you decide to become something different, make sure what you've decided is something that you actually want to be for the long run. Not something you're going to be because it's cool for the next 5 minutes or for the next 5 months, or you think is going to get these 5 girls interested in you. Make sure it's something that you really want to be as a person, because you may be stuck with it. And whoever is interested in that person who you decide to become, make sure that's the person that you're really trying to get interested in you, and make sure you're going to stay being that person. Because once you, or if you, and actually once you, both of them, show that that's not really who you were, that you're somebody completely different from that, you were just faking it until you made it, and then you made it, then you stopped faking it, went back to being yourself, you may lose those, whatever connections you made, whatever relationships you made, whatever headway you gained, you may lose it all when people realize that that wasn't who you really were. So no faking is the point that I'm making here. Be who you are, because who you are will eventually come out anyway. Whether it comes out in 5 minutes, 5 months, or 5 weeks, or 5 years, who you are will eventually come out. And if that who you are is radically different from your representative, the person that you put out there because you felt you needed to be this way to attract this type of female, that's going to be a problem when she finds out that you're not the same person. There's gonna be a problem when she finds out, okay, you're not really this way, you're actually this way, and that's your true nature. And listen, the female who would have been interested in your true nature will never be able to find you when you're faking, trying to be something else, trying to be something that you're not, trying to represent yourself in a certain type of way because you read in a book or you heard somebody say on their social media feed that this is the way that you need to be to attract certain types of females. Listen, all of those are incorrect because there's no one blanket way that any person needs to conduct themselves. Any human for any reason, and there's also no one blanket way that everybody's going to be attracted to. Even certain types of people, whether that be a girl of a certain race or of a certain age or a certain type of look or who has a certain type of job, that they're all attracted to anyone who is this way, or this way. That's not the way the world works, people. Everybody's is unique. Everybody has a different mix and makeup of different traits and quirks and preferences and things they like and things that they don't like. So therefore, you can't go through your life trying to make yourself into this quote unquote correct type of person because listen, everybody has their own likes and dislikes. So that correct quote unquote type of person that you become, or that perfect type of guy that you're trying to become, there may not be a match for that. You're trying to become a match for something that doesn't even exist. Be who you are. There's somebody out there who wants you exactly as you are, and it may be the person that you thought would never go for it. It may be the person who you thought, oh, they only like this type, or they only like somebody who conducts himself this way, or a person who has this thing and this thing and this thing. Listen, everybody is unique, like a snowflake. And you need to represent that uniqueness. Don't try to be something that somebody else told you, or something that you heard, or something that you saw from another person, because you can never beat them at being them. And you'll never be the perfect version of some archetype or some prototype that someone put out there on their YouTube or in their book, or something that they said they did and it worked and it got them all the girls. Listen, don't try to be that. Don't be fooled by the quick thing. All right, be the best version of you that you can be. Continue to improve yourself, invest in yourself, make yourself better, but always still be who you truly are. Faking is not going to work for you. All right, fake it till you make it isn't going to work in this sense. It's not going to work in this game that we're talking about right here. Okay, so you just keep doing your thing, who you are, you will eventually make it. You don't need to fake it. You don't need to change anything about who you are fundamentally. Get better, but don't try to be something other than who you are fundamentally. In the long run, is not going to work for you. Point number 2, today's topic is how to make yourself, for the gentleman, how to make yourself more attractive to the female or females, plural, that you are interested in. Point number 2, decide what you want in a relationship. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a wife? You looking for a friends with benefits? You looking for a casual thing? You looking for a dating thing? Are you wide open to anything? Are you looking for a friend? What is it that you're actually looking for in your relationships with females? First step is you gotta decide what you want. If you don't know what you want, then anything you get could be good enough. So once you get clear on what you want, it would be helpful if you wrote this down so you can look at it often enough, because you're gonna be coming back to it over and over again to remind yourself of what it is that you want. And maybe you may change it as you change as a person to get more experiences. Ask yourself, once you're clear on what kind of relationship you want or what you want in a relationship, ask yourself what kind of man you need to be worthy of that type of woman's time and attention. So again, what do you want in a relationship? What kind of relationship do you want between two people? And then what type of person do you want to be in a relationship with? Who's that other person? Describe this female that you want to be in a relationship with. And once you've done that, then the next question is, what type of male do you need to be that woman that you just described would even want to be with? I mean, just off by your estimation. If you want a woman that has this, and this, what type of man do you think she would be interested in? Do you fit the bill? And if you don't, what adjustments do you need to make? See, now once you get clear on what type of man you need to be with to be worth that woman's time, now you have your blueprint. Your blueprint's in place. Now you just got to build the building. So if you want a girl who, for example, takes care of her body and cooks and cleans, what kind of man do you think she would be after? While everybody is unique, as I said already, she probably wouldn't want a man who lives on the couch and never exercises. If she's in shape and she works out every day, she probably wants somebody who is at least close to it. Maybe you don't have to match her step for step, but she probably wants somebody who's close to it. In other words, you need to measure up to what you want. See, it's not about you saying, okay, well, I can't find, I've heard men say this, and I've heard women tell me that men have said this, that they get into a certain area, geographical location, a certain profession, or certain locales that they always hang out, and they say, well, I can't find, or I don't see, or there doesn't exist the type of woman that I want in this area, or in this job, or in this neighborhood, or in this building, or in these places that I'm always hanging out in. Well, of course there isn't, because you're asking the wrong question. See, if you're saying the type of woman I'm interested in isn't around, the problem is not that the woman isn't around, because she may be around. The problem is you're asking the wrong question. See, what you need to be asking is not where is she at, you need to be asking where you're at. Are you the type of person that the ideal woman that you want would even be interested in the first place, let alone dating, let alone be looking for, let alone be in the same space? Don't even worry about any of those things. Don't worry about any of that. Only thing you need to worry about is, are you that type of person that if she did walk in the room right now, you're the type of person that she would be looking for, based on your estimation, based on what you think. You need to measure up to what you want. If you want a $10,000 client in your business, question then is not where is the $10,000 client, not who's the person who has $10,000. That may eventually be a question, but here's the more important question. Here's the primary question. Are you a $10,000 coach? Are you a $10,000 consultant? Are you a $10,000 speaker? If you want a $10,000 client, you got to be worthy of that $10,000, because it may be a $10,000 client sitting right next to you right now, but they don't see you as worth that $10,000, so they're keeping their money in their pocket. See, here's the rub, people. Being worth a certain amount, just to go on that topic there, whether we're talking money or we're talking you trying to find the partner that you want in life, the intimate relationship you want in life, being worth a certain amount, and I'm using this amount thing metaphorically. I'm using the money as the example, but we're talking about relationships at the same time. It's more of an opinion and perception than it is hard facts, right? I mean, you say you want a good woman, or a woman out there says, I want a good man. I mean, what is there? There's no black and white factual information that makes somebody a good woman or a good man. It's really based on our perception of people. All right, she's good, she's not good. He's a good guy, he's a jerk. She's great, he's an asshole. She's really nice, she's a bitch. These are all based on our perceptions and our opinions, right? It's not based on hard facts, which means what? If we bring all this home, it means the being, not the doing, not the having, but the being is the key element to all of this. Again, if we use something that's more tangible, if you want a $10,000 customer, do you have a product that's worth $10,000? Do you have $10,000 worth of products? If you got to put 2, 3, 10, 20 of your products together to equal up to that amount, are they even worth what you're trying to get? You say you want a $10,000 client. Are you a $10,000 consultant? Are you a $10,000 speaker? Because if you're not, then they may see you, they may have $10,000 in their pocket looking right at you, but they're only going to pull out 1,000. They're going to say, all I got is 1,000, because they see you as worth 1,000. So you may be standing next to that $10,000 girl that you want, but she may not see you as a match for her $10,000. She'll give you, $500, but she's not willing to part with $10,000. And being worth a certain amount, again, is not about what you have materially. It's not even about what you do on an action basis or what people can see basis. It's about who you are as a person, your being, your energy, your spirit. The way people feel, the perception that people have of you when you walk in a room, walk out of a room, talk to them, make eye contact with them, the way you conduct and carry yourself, and the way that you think. This is the being. When you get the being part right, the doing and the having will follow. But you gotta get the being part down first. A lot of people get to the doing and they're looking for the having, and they can't find the things that they want to have, and they wonder why they're not getting it, even though they're doing all this stuff. Even though they think it's the right stuff, because they didn't get the being part right. They never asked question number 1. They skipped to question number 2. Then they're wondering where's the answer to question number 3, but they forgot to answer the first question. Forgot to ask the very first one. The being is the key element to this. Do you even think you're that type of person? The business person who's looking for the $10,000 client, do you even believe you're worth $10,000? But you're saying you can't find a $10,000 client. Do you think you're that type of person? Because if you don't, then you're not. If you're not thinking that you're worth that or worth even more than that, then that means you're not. And that also means you're never going to get it. And the person who has it will never reveal themselves to you because you're not worth it. So there's no reason for them to reveal it. Like, again, you could be standing right next to a $10,000 person right now, but they're not going to show you their $10,000. They're only going to show you $2,000 because that's what they think you're worth. Now, once you become worth $10,000, now $10,000 people going to pop up everywhere. You're like, wait, where were y'all before? They be like, we was right here. But we weren't $10,000 people till you became one too. This is the law of association. You see how all this stuff works together. The type of person you are is the type of person you will attract. Point number 3. Today's topic is for the gentleman out there, how to better position yourself to attract, date, meet, talk to, converse with the females who you're interested in. Point number 3 is you got to go to where it's at. Now, this is the doing part. Now, you notice how we did the being part first and the doing part came after. Go to where it's at. In other words, if you want to catch fish, you got to go to the damn lake. If not, in other words, what I'm saying here is the type of woman who you want to meet, is she around the places that you go? The type of woman that you want to meet. Once you've gotten clear on what type of relationship you want, and what type of person you want to be in a relationship with, and what type of person you need to be to even make that relationship work. Once you got clear on all those things, look around in the places that you go and the places that you are and ask yourself, is that type of woman even around here? She may not be noticing you yet, but you can see her, right? She might be walking right by you, not even making eye contact, bothering to even notice your presence, but you can see her if she's there, right? Have you seen this type of woman where you are? Have you seen her at all? If yes, then that means just keep working on your being. You're in the right spot. You just got to keep working on your being, and finally she may notice that, she may give some notice to your very existence as a person. But if you don't see her, she's not around, then you might have to change. You might have to change the places you hang out. You might need to get yourself some new routines. If she's not in the places that you frequent, you might need to make yourself some new friends. You can't do the same things over and over again and expect different results, right? Now, if you make these changes to your being, and you make these changes to your doing, I guarantee you're going to get some different results. They still may not be the results you want, then make some more changes. If you want a certain type of woman, but you never see that type in the places where you go, you got to go get some new hangouts, make yourself some new friends. I don't know, maybe get yourself a new wardrobe, get yourself some new energy, get yourself some new cologne, body spray, whatever you got to do. But you got to go to where it's at. If you want to catch fish, you got to go to the lake. All right, you can't go fishing in the desert. So if you don't see what you're looking for, you got to go to it. But understand, when you show up to the lake ready to fish, make sure you got a fishing pole. Make sure you got some bait too. All right, don't show up to the lake ready talking about you want to catch some fish and you don't have a fishing pole and you don't have no bait. And you don't have the patience to sit out there for a couple hours until the fish come. Now, everybody following that extended metaphor? If you're not, rewind this and listen to it again because I gave it to you perfect. Let's recap today's topic, which is for the gentleman out there, how to become the type of female who attracts, how to become the type of male who attracts the type of females or is even worthy of the type of females who you're interested in life. Now, knowing that this is a very nuanced topic and depends greatly on who you are in life, exactly what needs you have and that other person has, today I'm doing my best to address this in a general topic. And ladies, again, as I said at the top of this episode, you check me on these. If I said anything that's incorrect, you let me know. Point number 1. Be who you truly are. No faking who you are, because who you are will eventually come out, and if who you really are is radically different from your representative's presentation of you, that's going to be a problem when whoever that woman is or those women are actually find out. Be who you truly are, because the woman you're interested in may very well love who you truly are, but if you're out there faking it, they'll never get to experience that, and you'll rob yourself of the experience of just being exactly who you are. It's a whole lot harder to remember who you're supposed to be rather than just be who you are. Point number 2, decide what you want in a relationship, decide who you want to be in a relationship with, then ask yourself, what type of person do I need to be for that type of relationship to even exist? What type of person do you need to be worth the time of the type of woman that you want to be with? Now you got a blueprint. After you answer those questions, you got a blueprint. So if you want a girl who takes care of her body and cooks and cleans, she's probably not looking for a couch potato who never exercises or gets off the couch. Probably not. You want to at least be close to matching up to whatever it is that she's like. Now, I'm not saying be exactly like her, but you need to be somewhere close to matching up to it. Again, if you're a business person and you want a $10,000 client, are you a $10,000 presenter? Are you a $10,000 consultant? Are you a $10,000 coach? Because if you're not, you may have a $10,000 person, prospect, sitting right in front of you, but they're presenting themselves as if they're only worth $2,000 simply because they only see you as $2,000. People are going to show you exactly who you are, not what they are, but what you are. The rub of all this is that being worth a certain amount, or being worth a certain type of person, or being worth a certain type of energy, or a certain type of respect, or a certain type of perception or opinion, all of it is based on your opinion and your perception of yourself, which transfers to other people's perception of yourself more than any kind of hard facts. Not about what you have or what you do or how many followers you got or what people say about you. It's based on your opinion of yourself, your perception of yourself. Those will both be reflected in how you present yourself, and that will be reflected in how people respond to you. Which means what? Being is the key element to all this. Do you even think that you're worthy of being that type of person. Because if you don't think so, then you're not. Point number 3, you got to go to where it's at. Now, if you want to catch fish, you got to go to the lake. In other words, type of person you want to meet, if you never see her around the places that you are, you might need to change the places that you are. You might need to change the way you are in those places. You might need to change your friends. You might need to change your habits. There's a lot of things that you can change, but something's got to change if you're not seeing what you're looking for. If you're in the desert trying to fish and you're not catching any fish, maybe you need a different fishing pole. Maybe you need to go to the lake. Maybe you need to get some better bait. Maybe you just need to take some fishing lessons, but something needs to change if you're not seeing what you're looking for. These are, again, baseline level, general principles for any young men, old men, middle-aged men who want to better attract the type of women that you're interested in, or converse or become the type who's even worthy of the time, the type of females that you're interested in. I have a course called Get the Girl at dreallday.com/girl, GIRL. For anyone who's more interested in going deeper into this, work on your game, dreallday.com.
Nobody out there needs more information. What you need these days is a strategy, frameworks, processes, how to actually take all the information that's out there, all the knowledge and content that's out there, make sense of it, and actually produce a result, a tangible result. That's why I created the Game Group. It is my membership site where you will get tangible results for specific areas: business, personal development, basketball skill, and professional basketball. Choose your area of focus, and we have targeted, specified outcomes every single month, along with live trainings, the ability to contact me, have your work critiqued by me, and a whole lot of other stuff. The link and all the information is down in the description at dreallday.com/membership. Get in the Game Group if you're ready to get some results and not just a whole bunch of information. Let's do it. Work on your game.